Hello everyone, welcome to CLAT Funda. In this video, we will discuss GK and current affairs section of CLAT examination. This is the second video so far as this section is concerned. In the first video, we have already discussed the new modifications introduced by CLAT consortium and also the detailed syllabus on which CLAT 2020 will be based on. In this video, we will see some important legal news which is the part of current affairs section. And at the end of this video, I have also provided certain practice questions to check your understanding of the topics which we will cover in the very beginning. But before starting this session, let's discuss this fact that CLAT 2020 has been postponed for the third time this year, and this time the revised date has not been disclosed yet. As per the new notifications issued by the CLAT consortium, date of application has been extended till 1st July, and revised dates will be announced thereafter, giving a 21 days notice before the exams. Now you get more time to revise, so try to utilize this time and keep practicing. So now we will start our video. The very first headline of our news is, in most death penalty cases, court invoked collective conscience of society study. So after reading this headline, you must have gotten an idea that this news is about death penalty. Project 39A. So the next question arises, what is Project 39A? So basically, it's a report that has been published, and it is the outcome of a study which has been conducted by a team of National Law University, Delhi. And the name of this project is Project 39A. According to the project, the Indian trial court invoked collective conscience of the society in most of the death penalty cases. But before going into the details of findings of this study, we will try to understand what is the meaning of this phrase collective conscience, which is being invoked by the courts to award the death penalty. First, you have to understand that people are advocating to abolish the death penalty, and so many countries have abolished death penalty in their respective jurisdiction. The Law Commission of India in 2015, headed by Justice A.P. Shah, proposed to abolish capital punishments. However, the commission had made the proposal only to non-terrorism cases. According to the commission, India is one among few countries that still carry out executions. The other countries that practice executions include Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, China, etc. By the end of 2014, 98 countries had abolished death penalty. Now, the next question is, what is doctrine of rarest of rare? So, in 1980, in Bachchan Singh versus the State of Punjab, the Supreme Court developed a framework for awarding the death sentence. And in this case only, this doctrine of rarest of rare was evolved. This doctrine emphasized on a restrictive approach to the award of capital punishment. It required trial courts to weigh the circumstances of the offense and the offender. The next thing is there any probability of their reformation? So the trial courts have to see this fact also. And the next thing, and whether the alternative option of life imprisonment would be suitable or not. So these are the criteria which must be followed by the trial courts before awarding capital punishment. Next, in continuation of that, the Supreme Court in 1983, in the case of Machi Singh and others versus State of Punjab, introduced this doctrine of collective conscience into the capital sentencing framework and laid down 5 categories where the community would expect the holders of judicial power to impose death sentence, because Collective conscience was sufficiently outraged. So, after reading these two cases, at least we have a basic idea about what are the principles which must be followed by the courts while awarding death sentence. Now, we will read the findings of the study. The first thing is data collection. The study collected data from three states and union territories, namely Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, and Maharashtra. These states were chosen because they ranked high in awarding punishments. Next thing is time period. So, data have been collected between 2000 and 2015. Next thing is in Delhi, trial courts have invoked collective conscience to award death penalty in 72% of cases. Next, Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, it has been invoked in 42% of death penalty cases, and in Maharashtra, it was invoked in 51% of death penalty cases. Now, we will discuss next news. So, the heading of this next news is it is the quantity, not purity of narcotic drugs that will decide punishment. Supreme Court. So, this news is about Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. So, a notification was issued on November 18, 2009, in which it was said that while determining the small or commercial quantity of narcotic drugs in a mixture with one or more neutral substances, the weight of neutral substances are also to be included with the actual content of the offending drug. But this notification was challenged before the apex court. The Supreme Court of India has ruled that it is the quantity of the banned drug mixture that will decide the punishment of the offender and not the purity. So, quantity will matter here and not the purity. The clarification was given by the Apex Court under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. Importance of this ruling. In illegal drug markets, in order to reduce the vaporizing rates of heroin, the drugs are mixed or adulterated while adding chalk powder, zinc oxide, and other cheaper but more dangerous impurities. Now, the next thing is observation of codes. The problem of drug addict is an international problem, and the drug mafia is working throughout the world. It is a crime against society, and it has to be dealt with an iron hand. The use of drugs by young people in India has increased. The drugs are being used for weakening the nation. So these are certain observations which was made by the court. Court also noted that the NDPS Act was introduced by Parliament with a laudable objective of tackling the drug menace. The punishment part in drug trafficking is an important one, but its preventing part is more important. So, from the statement of objects and reasons and preamble of the NDPS, the court was convinced that legislature never intended to exclude the quantity of neutral substance. Now, next thing is E. Michael Raj judgment repealed. So, in this case, in this Michael Raj case, it was decided that the quantity of the neutral substances is not to be taken into consideration and only the actual content by weight of the offending narcotic drug would be relevant. But court has now changed this position while pronouncing that quantity of the banned drug mixture will decide the punishment of the offender and not the purity. So, court has held the validity of notification of central government issued on November 18, 2009. Now, the next news is related to Central Consumer Protection Authority. Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Ram Vilas Paswan announced that a Central Consumer Protection Authority, that is CCPA, will be established by the first week of April. So the next question arises, what are the functions of the CCPA, that is Central Consumer Protection Authority? The authority protects, promotes and enforces rights of the consumers. It also regulates matters that are related to unfair trade practices, violation of consumer rights and misleading advertisements. Now the next thing is the Consumer Protection Act 2019. This authority is being constituted under Section 10, subsection 1 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019. The Act replaced the Consumer Protection Act 1986. So earlier there was one Consumer Protection Act 1986, but now this act has been repealed and new act has been enacted, which is the Consumer Protection Act 2019, and it intended to widen its scope in addressing consumer concern. So its scope is wider. Now the next thing is misleading advertisements. Section 21 Section 21 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019 deals with misleading advertisement. Under this section, the Consumer Protection Authority may impose penalty up to rupees 10 lakhs on the advertiser, manufacturer, trader, or even the endorser. The authority can also ban the endorser as well. So, next question arises, what will the CCPA do if any goods or services are found not meeting these standards? Under Section 20 of the Consumer Protection Act, the proposed authority will have powers to recall goods or withdrawal of services that are dangerous, hazardous, or unsafe. It can also pass an order for refund the prices of goods and discontinuation of practices which are unfair and prejudicial to consumers' interest. Next thing is power to file complaints. The CCPA can file complaints of violation of consumer rights or unfair trade practices before the District Consumer Redressal Commission or State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission and the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. So there are three level of courts. First one is District Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Second, that is on district level. Now the second one is State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, and the last one is National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. It will issue safety notices to alert consumers against dangerous or hazardous or unsafe goods or services. So we have discussed three important news here. Now we will try to solve certain questions for a practice purpose. The first question is, doctrine of rarest of rare was propounded in the case of blank. The first option is Machi Singh versus State of Punjab. Second option is Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab. Third option is A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras. And the fourth option is Keshwanand Varze versus State of Madras. Now, second question is, principle of common conscience was the outcome of case Machi Singh versus State of Punjab, Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab, Rudal Shah versus State of Punjab, Moti Ram versus State of MP. Now, the third question is, doctrine of rarest of rare required trial courts to weigh the blank of the offender. First, circumstances. B, nature. C, education. D, family background. Now, fourth question. Under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, what will determine the punishment of offender? First, quantity of the banned drug mixture. B, quality of the banned drug mixture. C, texture of the banned drug mixture. And D, effectiveness of the banned drug mixture. Now, fifth question. From the statement of objects, reasons, and the preamble of the NDPS, the court was convinced that the legislature was never intended to exclude the quantity of neutral substance. B, include the quantity of neutral substance. C, include the quality of neutral substance. D, include the quantity and quality of neutral substance. 6. Central Consumer Protection Authority regulates matters that are related to violation of seller's right, violation of citizens' rights, violation of consumers' right, and D, violation of buyer's rights. So, you have to solve these 6 questions. In next page, I have provided the answer. The first question was about doctrine of rarest of rare, and the correct answer is Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab. Next question is about doctrine of doctrine of second question is your doctrine of common conscience. So this was propounded in this case of Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab. Now the answer of third question is doctrine of rarest of rare require trial course to weigh the circumstances of the offender, not nature, not education, not family background, but the circumstances of the offender. Fourth one, under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, what will determine the punishment of offender? So, as per the new judgment, quantity of the banned drug mixture will determine the punishment. From the statement of object, reasons, and the preamble of the NDPS, the court was convinced that the legislature was never intended to exclude the quantity of neutral substance. So A would be the right answer. 6. Central Consumer Protection Authority regulates matters that are related to, your right answer is violation of consumer rights, not buyer's right, not citizen's right, not seller's right, but violation of consumer's right. So in this way we have concluded this video. So and in next video we will discuss some other important news. Thank you for watching.